Good. All right. I had another long day today. Whew. I could have started earlier, but unfortunately, I had to do the important things. The Final Fantasy 14 grind continues, by the way. I almost got everything to level 96. That's a quick update for you folks that like that MMO that I play. Other than that, I also did grinding for Euro Truck Simulator 2. Like I said before, I'm glad the good news is that the American Truck Simulator is done. The progression is already finished in that game. Oh, I'm so glad that's done. But Euro Truck Simulator 2, I'm actually going through that right now. And but we're not. I'm gonna try to avoid simulator games because there is one problem. Applying any pressure into the pedals with the setup that I have right now, unfortunately, pushes it further back, and goes at an awkward angle. So unfortunately, I cannot do anything too serious with the foot pedals until the extra weight is going to be added onto it, like a sandbag or something. I know that you can put them into a separate stand that you buy separately, but I'm not really that interested in getting those. It's unnecessary at the time being. And those can be pricey, even if it's secondhand, but whatever. It's not important. I just need to add additional weight to it, and it should be fine. I'll get that resolved eventually. But let's try to do something different today, which I'm about to show you. What we're going to try to do is something that I tried to do a couple of days ago, but I couldn't do it. It's split fiction. The problem with split fiction is it's like it takes two. You need to have at least one other person. But I don't know that many people that play split fiction. I know one person wants to play this game with me, but I haven't even seen the first chapter yet. I don't want to go on YouTube and look at it. I don't want to do it, but let's see if you can do split fiction at all. I'm going to go back to the same server where hopefully you can get somebody here. So here we go. So I'm going to try to see if we can do split fiction tonight. I'm going to give it maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I did try to do a quick setup, but I cannot see the first level until somebody actually joins the game with me. Thankfully, I have the full copy gifted to me, but I want to see the first chapter at the very least to see if this is worth playing. So I'm gonna post the. Oh boy, I gotta do this again. I gotta. There we go. Let's see if we can get anybody joining in. Whew. Let's see if we can get this done. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna try to do split fiction. I just posted the LFG on 2 separate channels on the official server. I don't know if there's anybody that's gonna be posting this time around, but I'll give it maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully somebody answers this time. I'm doing it a little earlier than last time, but hopefully we'll get somebody. Otherwise, we'll have to do this later in the week. Anyway, speaking of other games, remember that simulator games that I mentioned earlier? I never thought I would do this, but I already started doing this off screen already, especially, is that I've revisited Euro Truck Simulator 2. I've already started the progression grind for this game. So far, I've reached level 10. Either level 10 or 11. That's what I've done so far. But I need to reach at least level 20 or 25. I think it's level 25 that I'd reach. The only downside with Euro Truck Simulator 2 compared to American Truck Simulator is I don't have all the DLCs yet. I've been actually very fortunate to have had help from Night again. I'm just missing a couple of DLCs there, like Greece, and Road to the Black Sea, and I believe it's the West Balkans. Just three main expansions that are missing, but at least I can explore most of the map. More than I could do before. Even I can visit my home country now. So, but yeah, there's it's at least I have more than before. But yeah, those DLCs are very pricey. At least it is more complete than it was before, and yeah, it's something that I can't wait to get back to eventually. And the only thing missing in America Truck Simulator by comparison are the two states, the Missouri and the Iowa. I didn't bother to playing the simulator games again because honestly, it's better to do it with a steering wheel. The experience is much better, like you're actually driving. But you can also be a maniac as well. It's sort of like you can basically go crazies like GTA sort of, and you basically do things that you would not do in real life, and it can be relaxing depending if that's your cup of tea. So, but yeah, just two states missing there. Like I said before, I don't have those unfortunately. Can be pricey. But Euro Truck Simulator 2 is almost complete. Just three main expansions that makes this whole thing complete, and that's it. Everything else are just mostly cosmetics. So yeah, it's not too bad. At least the cosmetics are not too expensive, and you're not required to get them. But it's just one way of supporting the devs if you want to do that sort of a thing. Yeah, I only know one person from my Discord server that wants to play Split Fiction, but I'm gonna take a chance to see if anybody wants to play Split Fiction from the Discord server there. At the very least, see the opening level. Because first impressions, I don't know if I'm gonna get any answer this time. Will it be a touching story like in It Takes Two? It Takes Two is a bit more relatable, but I'm guessing Split Fiction takes place in a separate type of a universe or something. One looks like a cyberpunk looking city, and the other one is uh more fantasy like. Again, I'm just going by the picture. Good thing I refused to look at videos of this game. I don't want to be spoiled. But is the experience of this game worth playing? I don't know. Oh boy. Just want to see the opening level of this game and see if it's worth putting the few hours that this game has, however long it is. Man, it feels like it's a needle in a haystack just to get a second person to play this game. And that's me even having the copy of this game. Wow. Is it really that difficult just to get one person to play this game with me just to see the opening level? Oh boy. And two channels. There's at least two channels for this game, and not one person has responded. Not one. Man, I just want I just want one person to play. I don't expect to go through the entire game for the first time around, but just the first bit. Can I at least see it? Uh, I don't know. I'll give it maybe another few minutes here, and hopefully we'll get somebody. Otherwise, I'm gonna do something else. Yeah, what a shame. I wish I could just start playing this game like Hogwarts Legacy. I didn't forget about that game in particular. I was never a huge Harry Potter fan. I mean, I know I have seen the movies, don't really know the plot, but I wasn't too crazy about that game when I first saw it, but multiple patches have come out for Hogwarts Legacy since, and I have to look at that game again to see if it's worth going through it at all. And if that game is not worth a playthrough at all, then at least I can then put it to one side. So Yeah, when it comes to Hogwarts Legacy, I think the highest frame rate I only need to go with that game is 80 frames. That's it. Or 60 if it's really that demanding. I remember Hogwarts Legacy takes a quite a while for the shaders for the first time around, but maybe yeah, maybe that game has gotten a little bit better since. I don't know. Yeah, another few minutes have passed and still not one person. Wow. Again, I'm not expecting to play through the entire game tonight, but at least get a first impression. And that's gonna make my decision if I should go continue on with this. Split Fiction is a surprisingly big game. Probably lots of graphics to go through. I mean, 80 gigabytes, that's quite a bit. Uh, Speaking of story, Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail expansion. Apparently, people are saying that's exactly a very good expansion at all. So I don't know. I'll be the judge of that when the plot finally kicks off. Um, I still got like 4 levels to go, which I'm think it's gonna take another couple of weeks. That's why I've been grinding just to get it done. Thankfully, the game is generous when it comes to leveling. It does respect your free time. You don't have to do all the jobs in the game, but they decide to do them anyway because it's one less to worry. It's something to not worry about for later. Oh boy, almost 5 minutes or so have passed now. Not one person. Wow. Oh man. You would think the LFG for this game would be easy at this point. I mean, this what came out recently, and I'm already having difficulty finding one person. Yeah, I'm not even launching the game until I get a word that somebody is actually going to play this game. I'm not even going to launch this game until I receive word that there's going to be at least one person playing this game again. Going back to the topic of simulator games, I have reinstalled a set of Corsa, but the thing is, I noticed right away that you need to be a lot more. You need to be quicker with your input, and the problem, like I said before, is the foot pedals. There's nothing wrong with the foot pedals. The only problem is that there's nothing to hold it down. So even if I put my foot down, my left foot down to hold the whole thing in place, it still doesn't. It's still not enough because the whole pedal will start to slowly turn at an angle like this. Maybe it will not move if you have a completely flat floor. I don't know, but the point is you need to put some additional weight onto it if you don't want to get one of those uh, mount stands that one of those stands that you have to get separately, either officially with the brand that you got or through secondhand. And honestly, I don't see the point in getting that. It's not a huge priority. I'm just very glad to even have one. So the solution to that is getting some sandbags. It's like really small sandbags that it'll be just big, heavy enough, so it's not gonna move anymore. So that'll be a simple fix. Other than that, some casual games every once in a while, like Void Crew. My Rivals is still a thing, despite the issues that game has. But it can be very satisfying when you do get a decent team. Oh, boys. I'll give it another 4 minutes, the last 4 minutes here, but I just want one player to go through this game with me, just to see the opening level. I tried a few days ago, nothing. Like, is it really that difficult to find one player in the entire world just to play this? I mean, I know you can do it locally with a controller, and if you have two controllers or somebody on keyboard, it is definitely possible to do it locally, but to me that is not practical. It's best to play the game like it was designed. You know, have another player with you, regardless if it's local or multiplayer. And so far, we haven't been very fortunate to get a second player. I'm looking at the two text channels on the left side here that you can't see, but nope, nothing. Not one person. It seems like it's very tricky to can be tricky for some games to have to still have that same popularity after it comes out. Things can quickly change after a month or two, or three, or four, depending on how the game does or how much fanfare it gets. But the question is, how will these games do 20 years later when the servers finally go down? I'm trying to imagine. Split Fiction, 50 years into the future, if this game even gets to survive that long. What are the servers still gonna be offline, or the worst case scenario, you can only do it locally? I don't know. That's the thing about live service games and patch them later. You never really know what's gonna happen with them. Yeah, modding in games is nice, but there's only one flaw with it. The mods that the community creates, it can if any official patch can break them, and you only and there's no and you would not know until the patches will finally stop. But I digress. I'm gonna wait for 2 more minutes, and that's it. I'm trying to do Split Fiction today just to see if it's worth playing, but again, nothing. I'll do one simulator game. Unfortunately, I can't do Assetto Corsa because I did test it. The problem is these foot pedals keep moving too much, even if I'm careful. Hey, Remedy, we might do something different today. Maybe multiplayer if things don't work out, so stay tuned. But yeah, I'm trying to do this game in particular. It's 80 gigabytes. You don't need to own it, but I'm trying to find one person to play this game with me. And nope, didn't find one. That's oh, I know, Remedy. I don't. It's just like It Takes Two, the same makers of this game. You need one person. You need at least one other person. And nope, I went to the Discord server for this game and I did not get one person to respond yet. And it's already been over 5 minutes now. I tried this a couple of days ago, and no, nothing. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything. Ryan, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Ryan, yes, I didn't forget about Pro Soccer Online, Ryan. I didn't forget about that game. I heard the game finally came out on Unreal Engine 5, but I hear that it's been tough going. Lots of patches and all that, so... Yeah, but I didn't forget about that game. I just haven't been in the mood for it. Right now, I'm trying to see if a Split Fiction playthrough can be done at all. I already posted in 2 text channels already, just to see if anybody will respond. I have the full copy of this game, but no, not one person has responded. And I know at least one person that is willing to at least help me go through the first chapter of this game, just to see if the first impression of this game is worth going through. But they're not going to be available until the weekend. So, some people have told me not to do LFG for this game, but I can see the game for what it is, even if I get some bad players that are going to try to ruin things for me. I'm looking at the text channels again. Nothing. Oh, man. I just want to see the opening level of this game and actually experience it. I don't want to watch a video of it. I want to go through it like everybody else. And... nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just like a few days ago, like, well, what was Saturday, was it? Ugh, not one person. I'm not asking too much. I just want to see the opening level. It's the first impression. The first impression really does matter. It's what's going to decide if you want to put in the time or not. But no. Nothing again. Absolutely nothing. I loved It Takes Two. It Takes Two was made by the same people that made Split Fiction, and that was a very solid experience. I didn't get every achievement for that game, but the levels and the story that it had was very satisfying from start to finish. It left a good impression on me by the end. I'm hoping this game will do the same thing. I don't think it's the same story, or maybe it is sort of similar, but no. I thought you would think there would be matchmaking. quote unquote matchmaking, where if anybody needs help, they'll join in on your game and help out. But no, there's no such thing. You need to invite them to your game. Darn. Again, nothing. I checked again. No, nothing. I just want to see if this game is worth putting the time or not, so I can at least make a decision on it. So I can move on to other things if this game is not worth my time or not. I'm just saying if, but no, nothing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one simulator game right now, just for a little bit of progression, just to show you. Got the wheel here. I'm gonna put this thing on here. It goes on like that, and we're gonna do one. We're gonna do. Oh, hold on a second. Yep. Once again, I did not get fortunate with split fiction at all. Not one person has responded. It feels like it's very difficult just to get one player. And no, I didn't get any DMs for this game either. Nope, nothing. Darn. What a shame. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch things up. I'm going to switch games here. I'm not going to spend the entire night for this next one here, but I'm going to show you. So I revisited American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator 2, and Assetto Corsa. I tried Assetto Corsa already, but the problem is that the foot pedals just keep moving too much, even if I'm careful. And you need to be quick with your inputs in that game. So yeah, American Truck Simulator, I'm only missing 2 DLCs, which is Missouri and Iowa, but the main progression is already done. But we'd like to get those at some point. It's not a major concern at the moment, but... And Euro Truck Simulator 2, the only thing I'm concerned about is missing Greece, Road to the Black Sea, and West Balkans. Thankfully, it's just 3 map expansions I'm missing. But yeah, I'll probably get those later at some point. At least I can do some longer missions and cover the distance at least. But anyway, we're going to do one mission. We're going to do one mission with DirectX 11 on this game. Oh yeah, this game is very satisfying. And you can basically play it sort of like GTA in a way. You just break the traffic laws or something. And, just live free, sort of. And I already got a camera set up for this also as well, which I'm going to show you here. And I'm trying to remember the name of the scene here. So I got the steering wheel camera right here, right above me, along with the face camera here. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. So we're going to do one job. That's it. Because covering the distance, even if you drive like a maniac in this game, covering the distance is going to take time regardless. So... Oh, I almost forgot to turn on the music. As much as I like to play background music from the radio in this game, it's not necessarily a good idea because of copyright. I don't want it to bite me in the ass later. So, we're going to go with the price per distance. We're going to take whatever job that's going to give us the best chance. So, right, we got this job. We're going from Finland to Denmark. It's going to give us the best price per distance here. I know there are mods that increase the XP for this game, but it's not always a guarantee if they'll always work. So just play the game without mods. It's easier that way, so it doesn't break your save files. Anyway, here we go. We're going to do one job. That's it. Just one. So I got remember the keyboard shortcuts. See, we're playing a Renault truck this time. Okay. I got the keyboard shortcuts for the most part. Okay. So, we're gonna do one job. Yep, just missing the few map expansions that I don't have yet, but it's already good to be back in this game, so... Feels good to be back in this game with an actual steering wheel here. Again, it's nothing special that I'm doing here, but it's a big difference. The only downside for those that are joining right now, the setup that I have here is almost perfect. It's just that I need to get some sand and get some small sandbags just to hold the pedals down on the floor right now. Even if I'm careful with the inputs with my leg, it still is gonna move. It will slowly go towards an angle where it's gonna be a problem being precise with my inputs, with the brakes and the accelerator. So until that's going to be fixed, I can do a relaxing game like this, where it's not really that much of an issue, so you can always adjust it very easily. Also, I'm getting used to the gear shifting with my steering wheel here for Assetto Corsa, or any racing game for that matter. Obviously, this game is not a racing game like Assetto Corsa, but it's good practice in the meantime. It's not bad practice. And I was told by like basic facts that you don't need to play these simulator games on a high frame rate. As long as you have 50, 60, or 70, you'll be fine. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator at 80 frames per second. No higher than that. A very strong engine. So yeah, we're basically gonna drive recklessly, but we're gonna do it properly. So we're gonna drive as fast as we can, but we're not gonna hit things. I've already done at least 10 missions in this game so far, and I haven't hit anybody or caused any damage to the cargo. I turned off the fatigue simulation and the penalties for speeding and stuff like that, because I think those are unnecessary at this point. Plus, it also helps me save time. So for you, those Americans out there, 80 kilometers an hour is like, what, 50 or 60 miles per hour roughly, without looking things up on the internet? So yeah, that's basically how fast we're driving right now, more or less. I don't know the conversion of kilometers to miles per hour and miles per hour to kilometers exactly, but I can have a rough guess what that is. And the good news is, after years of waiting, both of these games you can finally drive different vehicles that are not trucks. I think that if I'm not wrong, I think people have suggested that for years. I think you could have easily done it on multiplayer servers, but it's nice to know that you can finally do it officially with the dev support, which is nice. Yeah, we are gonna just do one mission in this game, just one. And even if you drive fast, going beyond the speed limit that the world suggests to you, it still is going to take you at least, what, 30 minutes roughly just to do these missions and level up. So I'm not going to progress to like level 50 in this game. The main thing that I want to get done in this game is get to level 25 at least. I already did the same thing for American Truck Simulator already. So that's why I'm not even touching that game tonight, because there's really no reason to. The only reason I will touch American Truck Simulator is to play with somebody else. Yes, Knight, yes. We just left Finland already, Knight. Yes, we just did. For this job, the best price per distance job, I already left Finland. I was only there for like a brief second, but I did see parts of Finland already, like locked. It's good to see you again, Knight. And no, I don't know if you were able to watch the show earlier. I started 30 minutes ago. I tried to see if anybody would join with Split Fiction. Once again, I went to the same Discord server to see if anybody would answer my call. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, I didn't get anybody to respond to my message at all. Even though I came on a little earlier than, say, last Saturday, unfortunately I did not get lucky. In the worst case scenario, Night, I think you and me have to play the first level or something on Saturday if I don't have any luck in the next 2 days. But yeah, when it comes to this Euro Truck Simulator 2, specifically, I'm just missing 3 DLCs right now. The West Balkans, Road to the Black Sea and Greece. Those are the 3 main expansions that I'm missing right now. But that's about it, really. And the only thing missing in American Truck Simulator is Iowa and Missouri. But I'm really worried about American Truck Simulator right now because I already finished the progression in that game. The main reason to play American Truck Simulator right now is to play with friends. But this Euro Truck Simulator 2 is like... This game has been out longer than American Truck Simulator, so... It's nice to see different parts of Europe if you've never been there. I mean, I've been to Estonia, but never driven there. I've only seen parts of it. Yeah. I was hoping to have done Split Fiction tonight, just to see the opening level. But no, nothing. That was my original plan. And if I was able to get somebody, I would have spent the next hour going through that. After this game, after I finish this job here, I'm going to turn this game off, and I'll try to revisit another game that I have not played in a very long time. You remember Hogwarts Legacy Night? Did you ever play that game and finish it? Because that's what I'm thinking right now. I want to see if Hogwarts Legacy is worth a playthrough at all. I know Hogwarts Legacy has had... Oh, thank you, Remedy. Thank you. Thank you again, Knight, for your continued generosity. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm going to revisit Hogwarts Legacy after this job here, which should take maybe, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes roughly. And I'm going to drive as fast as I can. Like right now, my accelerator is floored. I'm just going to go as fast as I can. So, what is the speed limit of 80 kilometers an hour to miles per hour? Is it 60? 65 miles per hour? I don't know. But I'm usually driving over 90 miles an hour in this game, if my truck allows me to, just to save some minutes. But yeah, after I finish this truck job in this game, I'm gonna revisit Hogwarts Legacy and see if the story and that game is worth playing through at all. It's a darn shame too, because if I don't like Hogwarts Legacy, like the story doesn't interest me, I cannot refund that game to you. It's already been too long. Plus, I've already played the game for over 2 hours. But at least I could put a bookend to that game and just come to the conclusion, yeah, this story is not for me. You remember Stellar Blade Knight? I did beat that game recently. I don't know if you saw the VOD for it, but the universe that Stellar Blade has potential for expansion. The biggest problem with Stellar Blade was there wasn't enough story at all. The game mostly focused on, you know, cosmetics and flashy visuals and stuff, which I don't mind personally. But it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I want to see more. So I want to see more story, more character moments. There were character moments, but they were sort of few and far between. And when I was doing the main plot of the game, I was surprised that I reached endgame very quickly. So yeah, the game basically bombards you with a final warning. Hey, if you don't do these cycles, you can't do these later. Which I'm surprised it didn't take very long to do. So whenever I get new side quests in a game, I try to do them as soon as possible. Which does take up time, but it can be very rewarding. So. And yeah, right now I'm driving 125 kilometers an hour, which is roughly, what, 90 miles an hour? 90 to 100? And that's me just guessing without having a phone in my hand. But I'm going as fast as the game allows me to, just to save time. And driving these highways with a steering wheel is a lot more satisfying than a controller or a keyboard. But yeah, I'll revisit Hogwarts Legacy just to see if the story of that game is worth playing through after this. Man, I wish I had the last few DLCs for this Euro Truck Simulator in particular. It would be nice to revisit. It would be nice to drive through the other parts of this game that I haven't seen yet, like Turkey and stuff like that. Especially for long voyages, especially for variety. But those DLCs are pricey. I'm already fortunate that I've gotten those gifted to you. So I have more than what I have. That's what my journey with, being entertaining for you guys. I started off with 0. Literal 0. Sure, we may not have the big audience numbers like the big channels in this platform and YouTube, but I'm very fortunate to have you guys. Very, very fortunate. And I'm saying all of this very casually while I'm driving 130 kilometers an hour. Again, 100 miles per hour, roughly. But, yep. I cannot do a set of Corsa. It's because it's not practical. Because, again, the pedals move so easily. And I don't have any sandbags on it yet, but they're on the way. I'm not talking like those really big ones. I'm talking just the small to medium sized ones, so it keeps it from moving. And no, I am not getting those stands, those separate stands that you gotta get separate. It's not really necessary because I already have limited space for this setup already with the steering wheel, and you know, standing around and sitting down playing VR games as well. So this is already enough. Thank you. But yeah, if you ever get the chance, or somebody is able to get you a steering wheel set up here, this is great. It's basically a separate contraption, you know, where you put the steering wheel mounted, and along with, you know, the foot pedals where you can screw it on there. So right now I got the steering wheel mounted on the desk, which is fine. But when it comes to the foot pedals, I just have it laying on the floor, which unfortunately it will slowly move over time as I am pushing the pedals down on the floor. I don't have it on camera to show you, but trust me, over time it starts off at this angle and it slowly goes into that angle. And that can be a problem, especially if you are trying to do a racing game where you have to be precise with your inputs. I try to put my left foot down to keep it from moving, but again, no, it just moves. It just moves. It is, and until I put any weight on it, it's just gonna constantly move. But this is a driving or simulator game that doesn't require a lot of inputs, so this is something I can do. But every once in a while, I have to push or pull on it just to put it back in a straight position. You know? So, yeah, those things can cost like what, $50 to $100, even whether you get it new or secondhand. I don't see the point in that. It just creates more space, and I already had to push my green screen further back, which is already at a perfect position already. So yeah, I have limited space, not just VR but also for this thing as well. I had to reposition this microphone stand as well. I had to change the angle a little bit because I have to sit further back. That's why you probably noticed my finger is showing a whole lot more, just to show off this steering wheel here. Yeah, I also had to mess around with the input shortcuts here in the steering wheel just to see what would work for this game in particular. It's going to be very different from racing games, but I haven't had the chance to do that in depth because I noticed, like I said earlier, I noticed that these pedals move, the whole unit just moves so easily, and it's a darn shame that I can't practice sooner, so I have to wait. But in the meantime, I can at least make some progression with this game. Don't worry, I'm not going to spend the next 2 hours on this. I just want to do at least one job here just to show you how casual it is for me. I mean, this game is obviously not GTA, but it is very relaxing to drive faster than you normally would in real life. Imagine driving 100 miles per hour on a highway. Yep, basically doing the same thing with this truck here right now, but it's in Europe. And the game is nice enough to have the option to turn off penalties, so you don't get speeding tickets, or you don't. And it does simulate fatigue as well, but again, I just turned that off. So we got about 400 kilometers or 200 miles to go, so that's probably going to be another 10 to 15 minutes. But I've already got my accelerator on the floor already, just to cover the distance as much as possible. And yeah, the feeling of the steering wheel is really good so far. I had to reduce the vibration on how much feedback it gives because I don't want this whole desk to rattle too much. because I do have things around this desk that I don't want to move around too much. So that's something you can mess around with settings. But yeah, we're just gonna do this one mission, and I'm gonna revisit Hogwarts Legacy next. I'm actually have not touched that game in a very long time, but hopefully that game is more stable with the recent patches that's come out. But even if the game was properly patched, I don't know if the story in that game is gonna interest me again. I'm not really a huge Harry Potter fan. I mean, I've seen the movies. Well, I've seen some scenes of the movie on TV and airplanes, but never actually saw a movie from start to finish. So when I first saw Hogwarts Legacy all those months ago, I was in no hurry to play the game. That probably explains my interest in the plot that Hogwarts Legacy gave me. But what I'll try to do tonight is go through that game again and see if the progression, or see if the story in that game is gonna make me care and continue. And again, I cannot. I wish I could refund it, but no, it's already been over 2 hours and it's been too long already. Again, I'm just going back to that Split Fiction game. I wanted to see that game, the first level, the opening cutscene, but no. There was the option to do locally, but that's not practical. And again, as I'm talking to you right now, after applying a couple of important hard inputs on the brake, the whole unit, the whole pedal mount unit in the floor has already moved at an angle already. And I know I tried to do it. I tried to hold it down with my left foot, but it still moves. So yeah, it just creates an awkward position for me to sit and move my foot constantly, just to apply the pressure when needed. So yeah, that's why I'm not able to show you Assetto Corsa just yet, or any racing game for that matter, until that problem with the weight is solved. Wish I had a camera to show you, but trust me, it already moved. All right. And for those of you that are Euro Truck Simulator fans, I don't even bother repositioning my sitting position for this truck because I'm just doing quick job for the time being. So every time you do a different quick job, it's always going to be with a different truck that has a different sitting position along with the mirrors. And I can tell you, for the most part, I had no problem completing these missions without hitting anybody. You just don't become impatient or get angry. Also, every truck, depending on the weight that you have on your trailer, it's going to change how you shift your gears. So, some trucks you can jump from 6 to 8. Some trucks you got to go 6 to 7, then 8. And also the terrain, if you're going uphill or downhill, stuff like that. So if you're driving a manual transmission car or truck, you kind of get the idea. It's sort of similar. For me, it's very satisfying to shift gears with the shift pedals on the steering wheel. I used to have a manual transmission car that I drove overseas, but it was not for very long. So this is the closest thing to experiencing shift pedal. I mean, there is the possibility of getting a clutch pedal as well with this thing, but no, I don't see the point. It's just gonna cost more money, and I don't think it's necessary. I'm already happy with this setup. So another 280 kilometers to go. We're almost there. I just cannot wait to get the last few map expansions for both American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2. American Truck Simulator, I'm just missing 2. In this game, I'm just missing 3. And the expansion for Euro Truck Simulator 2 is more expensive than American Truck Simulator, unfortunately. Okay, we're almost there. Another 5 to 10 minutes. Just guessing if this highway is going to be even. As much as I don't want to look down on the floor, I have no choice because the pedal stand just keeps moving. There's not enough weight to keep it down from moving. Again, I'm glad this is not a racing game. It would have been more awkward just to reposition my foot constantly when it moves. Alright, we're taking a turn off up ahead. Oh, we're taking a ship. We're taking a ship. Cool. I think American Truck Simulator will eventually get Alaska as a DLC state, but I think it's too early for that. Okay. Don't drive too fast or your truck can topple over. I've seen it. If my memory serves me correctly, once we take this ferry trip, the remaining distance we're going to drive is going to be very short. So we're almost done with this. Good time, too. I still remember when I first started playing this Euro Truck Simulator 2 game all those years ago without a controller. I just had my keyboard and mouse. There was no Finland at all back then. Just Sweden and a couple of other nations that I can't remember right now. But as years went on, the devs got the money they needed, and they added more places. If you're a simulator fan, so that's nice. Cannot tell you how off-putting it is for this pedal unit on the floor to constantly move forward. And I cannot stop it. So you gotta keep looking down every once in a while just to pull it back. But that'll be solved eventually. It just needs weight to keep it down from moving. Alright, we should be getting close to the end of this. Okay. Okay. Another 100 kilometers. Okay, that's not gonna take too long. Again, 5 minutes roughly. When it comes to Marvel Rivals night, matchmaking is an issue. But for me personally, I'll rather play that game than Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 is not fun. And I know I've said that before, Night, but I revisited that game and I only found 2 support characters in that game interesting. Mostly from a gameplay point of view. I was surprised how very few support characters I liked in Overwatch 2. I did like Mercy, it's a popular choice. But when it comes to other support characters, oh boy, there was even less than Marvel Rivals. I think Overwatch 2 is obviously more optimized when it comes to performance compared to Marvel Rivals, but I can tell you the gameplay was not fun to deal with at all in that game. And no, I didn't get the chance to try Stadium because of the bad queue times. But I don't think it's going to be any different if I had the chance to queue on it again. I just don't like the feel of that game at all. So we got another 100 kilometers, so that's probably another 5 minutes of real life time. My accelerator pedal right now is floored again. just want to save at least a few minutes just to get this job done and do some progression. You're going to see me do Final Fantasy XIV again at some point, but not today. I still got 4 more levels to grind in that game, which I can tell you is very easy to do, but there are so many jobs. But the leveling in that game is very generous, so it's going to take maybe another week or 2 just to get it done. So 90 kilometers, so probably 2 minutes. No, not 2 minutes, like less than 5. If you don't have any traffic slowing us down. Alright. Just a left turn here and a right, and I think the destination is pretty close by. And yes, the roads do look like this in Europe. They really do. I remember Finland especially, these intersections do look like this. They do look like this. The traffic AI in this game can be bad. Like if you mob them, like have more traffic spawn as more than usual, they can cause gridlocks or just fizzle out and just crash unintentionally. I don't know if they have fixed that in recent patches, but I remember trying that in American Truck Simulator, and it can be frustrating, especially if you're trying to go for a perfect run. Well, we're almost there. 60 kilometers. 3 minutes roughly if you're going full speed. And I didn't hit anything. No damage to the truck, no damage to the trailers. Very straightforward run here. Very satisfying to drive at high speeds that you can't do in real life. And the shift pedaling makes this even more satisfying. Imagine driving in this game with cars, you know, not with mods, but the official ones that the devs are eventually going to release. That would be very cool. I don't know how that's going to work exactly, but if you give the players the option to do that, that's great. The American Truck Simulator, they already teased that they're going to be releasing a truck and a car. Not sure about Euro Truck Simulator 2 by comparison, but apparently they're going to release a bus or something. But I wouldn't be too surprised if they'll eventually do cars in this game. That's gonna be cool. I already turned off the penalties for speeding and stuff. It's so satisfying to drive so fast in this game. Faster than what faster than we normally would in real life. Never gets old. Okay. For me, driving a truck in this game with the actual steering wheel now, it's not too bad. It's relatively straightforward, at least in single player. But I imagine in multiplayer it can be a nightmare, especially when you gotta deal with, you know, with players who just either troll or they just want to cause problems. That's why I don't even bother playing multiplayer servers with other players until I finish my own progression for this game. Thankfully, I already finished the progression for American Truck Simulator already. But for Euro Truck Simulator 2, I still got another 15 levels to go through. So that's why I've mostly been doing single-player stuff. But I can do co-op or something just to make it more tolerable. But again, I don't know too many players that play Euro Truck Simulator 2. So it's mostly just been me. Can't wait to see the rest of this game eventually. And these are speed radars. Good thing I turned that. Good thing I turned those off. Be nice to see Romania in that DLC at some point. No big hurry though. Will eventually be done. And that's it. This is just another run completed. I didn't hit anything. No problem at all. I stopped installing mods in this game because it just got to the point where it's a pain to keep track of things. And it's not a complete guarantee either if the people that create the mods in the first place are going to update it's the newest version of the game. It can be very annoying. I know there are mods that can also improve the XP rewards that you get for parking here as well. But again, I don't think they will work, especially after a patch. So I just don't worry about it. So, how much XP do we get from this one? Oh, darn. Yeah, I wish I could get more XP. I mean, I could do a long mission that goes over 1,000 kilometers, but I just focus on jobs that give you the most price per distance, because we need the money anyway. Yeah, the most expensive thing about these two games from SCS Software are the map expansions, unfortunately. But apparently they're worth the money if you want to save your money on them. Yeah, so, yep. Eventually, well, I'm gonna get to see Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, Greece. Just everything here on the bottom right I have yet to see. Whew, that'll be fun. Italy. Oh, I wonder how much of Italy you can drive. But yeah, we got Spain and Portugal, France, United Kingdom, and yeah, it's a pretty big map, but everything is scaled down. So the next job that's going to be the best price per distance is from Tallinn to Riga. That's not a very long distance, only 314 kilometers. But if you want to go for the longest job in this game, I already got them unlocked already. The highest paying job is like 92,996. 3,848. Look how far this is. I can do a job like this just to get the XP, but I just want to get my own truck. I just want to get my own truck. You want to get the most value price per distance? That's what I'm doing so far, and these are not so bad. That 3,000 kilometer trip, if you don't want to screw up and you want to have a decent run, that's going to take you at least, what, 2 hours? 1 hour? 2 hours? 3 hours, roughly? And even if you speed like a maniac, it's still going to take time to complete it, so... Yeah. Yeah, I just got to reach level 25. Right now I'm level 10, and I just got to reach level 25. I think by the time you reach level 25 in this game, you got most of the trucks unlocked. That's what I aimed for in American Truck Simulator back then. And that's why you haven't seen me play that one in a while. It's mostly something I want to play with friends, so... Yeah, it's gonna take some time to... finish progression in this game. But it's a solid experience, at the very least. Oh, yeah. And let me just quickly check, because sometimes this thing screws up. Good. Nothing. Good. Alright. So I'm going to take this steering wheel off. I'm going to take this steering wheel off. And we're going to revisit Hogwarts Legacy and see if that game is worth playing. Now that I think about it, Hogwarts Legacy is best to be played with a controller, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think I still have it here. There you go. How big is Hogwarts Legacy as a game? 71. Okay. Let's see if this game is worth continuing at all. I'm gonna be brutally honest here. I don't know if I'll continue playing this game, but let's find out what the story is like. Please launch. So, let's see if the main story for this game is worth going through at all. Um, I remember this game taking a while to launch. Oh, right, that's right. I downloaded an update for my NVIDIA drivers, so doing these shaders all over again is gonna take time. I'm not making this up. This is how slow it is. I think this is slower than Marvel Rivals for the first time. I hope this goes a little faster the next time. If there is gonna be a next time. Okay. We're gonna play this with a controller. Or play this game at 70. That's fine. So, we're gonna try to play this game at 70 frames, and yeah. I think it's best to play this with a controller. I didn't get too far with this game, so let's see if it's just. Oh, yeah, I need to increase the sensitivity. Go to controls. Camera sensitivity. We need to increase that. Maybe. Let's try. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that's any better. That's still too slow. That is still too slow. In Stellar Blade, I didn't have to adjust it too much, but here it's very slow. Okay, let's see. Let's increase it to. Let's increase it to 1.2. Try that now. Okay, that's better. That's still too slow. That is still too slow. Back to the keyboard controls. Okay, let's try 1. Again, I'm just messing around with this. Let's try now. Okay, that's better. Okay, we can play this at 70 frames. That's fine. Oh. Hold on a second. Let me just change the scene here. I'm going to change the camera angle here. There we go. I forgot to switch that from earlier. You don't need to see my steering wheel. There we go. Okay. So we're just gonna focus on the main plot right now. Because I kind of lost interest with this game. Oh boy, come on. Why is this camera moving by itself right now? Okay. Okay. Let's try it. I forgot what this is about. But yeah, I'm just gonna focus on the main plot right now. I know there are side quests and side content you can do in this game, but right now, I'm not really sure if I'll continue on with this game. I know there's quick travel in this game, but I'm just gonna follow the minimap here. I don't remember this. I don't remember this map at all. Okay. Oh. Wait, I went the wrong way. Back up the stairs. Back up the stairs. Okay, there we go. Back on track. All right. Okay. So take the book.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
So yeah, these are the main quests so far. And quests. Talk to... Yeah, there are these additional side quests as well, but we're gonna focus on the main quest right now, just to see if it's worth continuing. It's been too long since I've played this game, or touched it, so... wait a minute.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Natty just sent you an outpost requesting to meet her at Lower Hogsfield, a hamlet.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Again, so many things to do here. Oh boy. How do you exit this thing again? No. This is the world map. Most of the map is covered by a fog, limiting what you can see. That's hamlets are small communities throughout the world. This is the hamlet. Logsfield hamlets were any opportunities for. I'm very early into this game, but again, first impressions. Okay. Let's explore your move, fog, and reveal any of the hamlet's dungeons. Okay, how many quests we gotta do in this game? Outposts. Are these like additional side quests that you can do? But I'm gonna focus on the main story right now, just to see if this game is worth continuing on. There are two main quests right now. Interesting. Let's go to this herb class first. I don't think it really matters which order you do them, as long as you do them all, right? I'm not gonna worry about the fast travel because I don't really remember where everything are here. Track quest. How do you get there? The world building and the levels in this game are pretty good, but I'm not really sure if the story in this game is something that is going to interest me like it did for Stellar Blade or Baldur's Gate 3 by comparison. I noticed this game is a bit more hard to run. Baldur's Gate 3 by comparison runs better than this, but still. I'm noticing the slowdown too, just by going through certain sections of the game too.
To be honest, anything I could get in Diagon Alley this year, I was able to find in Hogsmeade. I almost had a treasure once, from my grandmother.
Oh, what was it?
An enchanted hourglass. It would flow quicker if you were in a boring class, so the teacher would think it was later. You could be done a class in half the time. Would have been brilliant for potions.
And what happened with the hourglass? Why wasn't it yours in the end?
Ugh, my grandmother changed her mind. I probably shouldn't have mentioned about using it in potions.
Well, even if you had it, half the school would have been after it. You'd have had to have a griffin to guard it.
Oh, I thought about it. I looked into us getting one, but apparently they can eat your leg off, so it wasn't ideal.
No, I suppose not. Although, if we're talking about Sharp's class...
I should have known better than to buy something from a child walking the streets of Hogsmeade. Little scallywag. Gold, they said it was. More like the work of a leprechaun. Stuff disappeared in a few hours. Such a moon mind.
I'd like to open a shop in Hogsmeade myself one day. Glad rags could do with some competition.
I always feel quite safe in Hogsmeade. It's your own fault if you come unstuck. That's what my mother would say. And certainly keep away from the Hog's Head. Most untoward.
Did you get your bit of route from Pippin's, or did you pick it yourself? I'm desperately in need of some.
That's it? Okay.
I find if I try to look attentive in potions, it seems to keep Sharp off my back. It works quite well unless he asks me a question, and then it's not really a good plan at all. Overall, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
Professor Howin was carrying some pearl dust the other day. Obviously,
Does this loop around?
Potion. Her face just contorted. You'd think I'd just beat her at gobstones.
I heard some chat near the girls' lavatory about boomslang skin. Do you think they're looking to brew a polyjuice potion? Oh, what if they already brewed? And Sharp's actually that Hufflepuff girl with the long arms.
If you pay attention, Sharp has plenty of useful advice regarding
I
antidotes.
can barely hear the dialogue now. I can barely hear it. Let me go back to the settings. Yeah, turn the music down a little bit more. Maybe turn it down to 50. And maybe sound effects, turn it down to 80. Okay. That's better. I'm gonna have to relaunch this game and try to play this game at a higher frame rate. Just a little bit. Turn on NVIDIA. Okay, graphics, Hogwarts Legacy. Instead of hold on. Instead of 70, we'll try to push it to 80. And that's it. Just 80. See if this will make things a little smoother. Because I noticed the slowdown quite a bit sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna save the game again. Where is that? Where's that again? Settings? Okay, there you go. Overwrite. Good.
Too hard on it myself.
Okay, we're gonna relaunch the game one more time. This is also a good opportunity to find out how quickly the shaders load the second time around. This game has had DLCs. Oh, just dark arts. Oh. Okay. Let's launch the game again and let's see how long it takes to load the shaders the second time around. Sterile Blade, by comparison, doesn't take very long after you do it the first time, which is nice. Okay, this is faster than the first time so far. Okay, that is impressive. That I always found it annoying. Before this game got the patches, it took so long for the shaders to be loaded the second time around. So it's no problem now. Oh, that is a big difference. That's a big difference. I'm happy. Alright, now we're going to try to run this game at 80 frames per second, if possible.
Everyone knows you're Garlic's favorite.
That's absurd. I don't think she even knows I'm there.
Wait, we got two different
Always
NPCs
gives
this
high
time?
marks for me.
Oh, okay.
What am I missing?
Oh, that's so unfair.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Well, yeah, side quests that you can do in this game, even if it's a main quest.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
The lip syncing in this game is also
Do come
more
and
solid.
find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Yeah, the lip syncing in this game when you're not in cutscene mode like this is better than Stellar Blade on PC. Not sure what it's like on console, but on PC, oh, it's delayed for whatever reason. So we're gonna go back to the herb class. That's the one we're gonna try to do. Okay. I'm guessing if you go through a door in this map, it's a loading screen. Maybe that's why the game slows down for like a second or two. Blue flames? I have no clue what that means. Okay, let's do this.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
So, my first impressions on coming back to this game after a very long hiatus, it sort of reminds me of Persona 5 in particular. Persona 5 Royal. Except there's no schedule you gotta worry about here. You gotta get certain things done in a short period of time or a certain month or something. Because you gotta do these social links and stuff like that. This game doesn't seem to have that. So you basically go to a school-like setting, but Harry Potter-like. So far it's keeping me interested, but I'm not sure. I have mixed opinions so far. Anyway. Yeah, and there's so much exploration I haven't even done yet. But anyway, let's continue on.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
I wish you could do. My thoughts on this game is there a possibility of romantic relationship you can do in this game, like Bioware games and Mass Effect and Mass Effect or Dragon Age, but based on what I've seen so far and what I've heard, it doesn't sound like you have that option. But anyway, let's continue on.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I nearly went deaf. Oh, how flattering. Well, I nearly went deaf.
I'll say, nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Miffler's fancy or roses?
Is it just me, or was the hair on her shoulders like glitching out a little bit? Just me? Okay.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
I'll try to not have subtitles in video games so that you can at least pay attention what they're saying. That's something that I think we all are relying too much. You just end up reading instead of listening. But I digress. Select the available seeds to begin planting. So it takes 10 minutes. And you can't go any faster. Great.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
See, there it is again.
What say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Dear, and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead.
Okay.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick, dropping a dragon on someone during a fight. We Gryffindors fight with honor. And Ravenclaws too. At least you did.
Okay.
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost... Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. LB. Okay. Hold LB and tap. We just did that, yeah, and we just LB. Yeah, we just did that. Nope. Don't tell me I need to grab more. Okay. We just equipped it and... No. No.
Protego!
No, that's not what I wanted to do. How do you attack it? There's nothing in the tutorial saying that. Oh. How do you... What do you do? You can target, but... Oh boy. What is the key to attacking this thing? No, that's not what I wanted to do. I already got it equipped, but... We just equipped it too, like... Wait a minute, wait a minute. No. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh, what do you... What key do I gotta press just to attack this thing? It's not that. What? Oh, don't... What is the thing? We just did LB. But... Like, you have to go closer to it? I mean... But we grabbed everything. Don't tell me you gotta grab more. What key do you press to attack this thing? There's nothing the game is telling me here.
Revelio.
No, that's not it. I mean, come on, there can't be that many combinations left. There can't be that many combinations of keys left. Where are the controls again? RB in Ancient Magic. Brooms, no. Ground mounts, no. Use... What do you gotta do to attack this thing with? I mean, there can't be that many combinations left. We got the jumping cabbage already, but what do we do? Oh, you just
Look at
press
that.
it.
They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
It can come in handy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Okay. Is this quick travel? I don't know what you gotta do there.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
In this game, the plants do offer a lot of help. So.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject.
You're talking real-life plants?
Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Why are the hair twitching like that?
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damn hearing.
To make anything grow, we must first understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships. Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
We're gonna wait. I'm gonna let this timer expire. Okay, so let's try out these owl posts. Where'd we gotta go? Where is the, where is this next quest that we gotta do, that we're gonna meet? This is Hogsmeade, but we're not going there yet. Just trying to remember where to go, but whatever. Let this timer expire first. I'm just gonna wait. It's almost done. We're gonna try to do those owl posts, if I even know where to go for those things. waiting for this timer to expire. Just get it done now. It's sort of like that MMO that I play, where you plan things and they take time. Except the timers for those things are much longer. Oh, and you just come back here and you know, wait another 10 minutes. Okay, I get it. Is this quick travel? I don't remember. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where to go for these outposts. Yeah, where the heck do we go? Outside of the castle. Okay. Is it possible to quick travel at any time? Because I imagine it's gonna... Oh. Okay. Let's see if it can go outside the castle for this one outpost. The world building is pretty nice in this game, but you gotta be a fan or at least have an interest in Harry Potter just to get invested into this. Oh boy, there's that loading again. Wait a minute. Is ray tracing off? Because I do not need ray tracing in this game. I really don't. Okay. Is ray tracing off? Please tell me it is. Yep, it's off. Good. Ray tracing makes the game run harder. Okay. So you just unlock quick travel by just walking to it? Or... Okay, we're outside the castle, but, where do we meet with this outpost? Where? Where? Where do we meet? Like, where do we go for that? Is there any indication in the map where we go? Yeah, there's no indication where. Oh, we can quick travel. At least the game allows you to quick travel at any time. Because... Okay, but we're gonna focus on doing another, let's focus on, doing another main quest here. Please tell me there is a... Please tell me there's an area we can quick travel here. Okay, there we go. Yep. I'm only at the very beginning of the game here, and I don't know. You gotta be a fan of Harry Potter, or at least have a huge interest just to get through with this. Wow. Is there going to be a sequel to this game? I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter, but is there going to be a sequel to this game, or no? I don't know. But anyway, let's do another quest here. Okay. Well, I guess we're getting another tutorial. You know, potions and stuff, so yeah. Why is this game running so hard even if I had the settings on high?
If I had to pick one shop, it would be Glad Rack.
Okay.
Anyone been into Albie Weeks' shop lately? I'm always looking for an excuse to go to a thing.
Level 1 lock? Oh. I bet it's gonna take so many hours to go through this entire map and unlocking everything. But the question is it worth going through? Stellar Blade, I did finish everything, even if the story was not exactly fully up to snuff. Wait a minute. Where's the chest? I don't remember what these icons mean, so we're just gonna focus on the main quest here. Apparently you can go to dungeons and stuff, but honestly you need to level up and stuff.
Maybe Auras or someone from the Ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade.
Professor Blackthorn all around Sharp's desk. I bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Okay.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a Goblin Rebellion.
Okay.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
What you want to know?
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
At this point, I don't know. Screw it.
I'll get you the Fruiper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fruiper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Okay. Okay.
Your potion stations organized and free of clutter.
Here's the Fruiper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have
Okay.
patience and be thorough.
Alright, at least it doesn't take 10 minutes. It's only 30 seconds? Okay. I can wait 30 seconds. I do like the animations. So if you like, if you're a Harry Potter fan, you might like this game. But I imagine there are some other people that are fans of Harry Potter, but they don't like this that type of a game. Who knows? Okay. Okay.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Get it!
Dragon Dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Whatever. Yeah, like I was saying before, even if this game's story will probably linear for the most part, just like in Stellar Blade, I'm not sure if this type of a story is interesting me. I don't know. Because, I mean, there has to be a reason why. When I first came across this game, I was like, I don't know. And do the choices you do with the side quests or the main story in this game really matter when you do get to the end? Or you only make like one choice or something by the end and that's it? I don't know. We'll see. We will see.
I brewed an Endurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet.
Oh, we're not
In
even
addition to
close.
having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I
Okay.
think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration for the rest of term.
So that's so basically most of the quests that we're having here are tutorials so far. Okay, let's try this one. The girl from Wagado, if I pronounced that correctly. We're focusing on the main story right now, just to see if this is gonna keep me going or not. Certain parts in this map is causing slowdown. Because I noticed the frames going down for some reason. Even though I only got my settings on high and ultra for some cases. So let's go to Lower Hogsfield, wherever that is.
Don't know why the common room all have.
Apparently there are dungeons in this game. Is it similar to the ones in the MMO that I'm familiar with in Final Fantasy XIV, or is it done differently in this game? Yeah, I don't know if you have a quick travel option to Lower Hogsfield, so we're just gonna go on foot. Beast Classroom. Oh, there's more classes. Oh, okay. I'm guessing the quick travel options only unlock if you approach them the first time. Got it. Can we interact with this thing? I guess not. Okay. Maybe you have to do more of the main quest and eventually you get stuff unlocked. I imagine this game is going to be more or less on length like Stellar Blade. You got to do a lot of exploration and there's a lot of side things to do. Oh yeah, we already got this unlocked already, so... We could have used that quick travel there, but whatever. At least there's no schedule like in Persona 5 or the Persona game, so you can go through this game however you wish. So that's nice. Is there anything here? Don't think you can go up. I don't think you can go up here.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Prove dangerous what? Alright. Here we are.
It is good to see you, my friend.
There's another side quest. Hold on. Another side quest here to do. Alright, see what you gotta say.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrock and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you?
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
So you gotta, it's another side quest, like you collect things, or you look up a guide or something and you find them eventually. Got it.
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your cards.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
In Stellar Blade, when you do side quests, the only reward, for the most part, are cosmetics and money. That's it. Hopefully there's more to it in this game.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Just repeated the same dialogue again. Okay.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
It was something I found.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Combat!
Allow me to put you out. I refuse to be treated in this manner!
Protego!
Not going well for you.
Equip items that you have found. What the heck?
Reparo! Tell Rook to find me himself. Reparo. Incendio. Reparo.
You insolent
Protego!
I'm so bad at this. I haven't done this in forever.
Unhand me! I'd quit now while you're still alive. There'll be more. It's never really the wrong day for death.
I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad at this because I already forgot how the frickin' combat works in this game. Yeah.
Oh, I shall enjoy this. Stop it, you stupid fool!
Prepare it.
Going after his child!
Tell Rookwood to find me out. Prepare it.
Be right! It's your life hanging in the air. Mine. What is it?
Incendio. Levioso. Protego.
How the hell do you do combat in this game? I already forgot. I've already forgotten. Yeah, I'm playing on normal difficulty, and I've already forgotten.
Levioso. Incendio. Prepare it.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Protego.
Not fond of this.
Yeah, I'm already bad at this. So... Nope. Nope. Yeah, I already forgot.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Okay.
Stop right there!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You're presumption! You haven't got a prayer.
Yeah. Yeah, this type of gameplay and the story, yeah. I mean, I could get used to it, but it is not for me, unfortunately. So, yeah. My gut feeling from a long time ago, unfortunately, still stands. Yeah. And I don't think this game has companions that follow you around. It's mostly single player, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, it's not... It doesn't make me want to care, unfortunately. Yeah. Whenever I saw Harry Potter when I was younger, I was like, this could be interesting, but this game doesn't make me want to learn more, unfortunately. Darn. I should have had my instinct in the first place, but no. I mean, I thought the opening prologues, you know, the first 8 hours was fine, but the more it goes on and you get these side quests, I don't think I'm missing much. I don't think I'm really missing that much. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not really missing that much. And I'm using this program, this called CC Cleaner. Every time you uninstall a game or something, or just do the quick registry check here, and it does make does make your fix your computer performance a little bit, especially if you don't have the best hardware possible. So just do something like this quickly. There we go. Review selected issues. I believe it was Kiki or Ruby that told me about this all those years ago. So this is pretty nice to have. And it doesn't matter if you've got the best computer in the world. This is something that you do every once in a while. So yeah, darn. So speaking of which, let me just go to the Hogwarts Legacy page just to see what there is. Well, let's see what people say about this game. Okay, besides the licensing issues, is this game's... What is this? Alright, this is a pretty good in-depth analysis. So, after going through the game for 80 or so hours, roughly. Okay. Yeah, vast detail, impressive creation of Hogwarts. Yes, that is a good thing about this game, even if I didn't go too far. Very unsatisfying combat system, opportunities. I mean, I can see that being the case, but for me, I'm not a fan, unfortunately. It's not for me. Customization possibilities. Yeah, if you put in the time, it definitely can be. Same progression, the potential growth to the wizard or witch. Yeah, I can see that. Even the game hints you at that. Solid roster of side characters. Most of them are likely and they can often incredibly. They're in complete coverage because of that. Oh, side quests that are not completely forgettable. Yeah. Excessively repetitive open world activity in the long run. Create a blood and annoyance for those on the complete side. Yeah. That's the thing I don't like about, excessive or overly, just too many side quests to do. Combat balance issue with potions, healing span, forgivable curse, especially when upgraded to prove overpowered and make full size quite too easy. Even if that was the case, I figured out later, I don't know, the story and the lore and the feeling of the game is something you must care about. Most named foes and quest bosses, but not all, are just normal enemies on steroids. Behaviors. Oh, so it kind of gets dull. Some inconsistency with learned character behavior. Underwhelming finale that doesn't really reflect the importance of what you accomplish. Oh, God, I don't like... You know what I don't like? You do everything in the game, and everything at the end doesn't really pay... You don't feel the payoff. That's what I remember when I first completed Mass Effect 3 all those years ago. Oh, they tried to fix it, of course, but my God, the ending, you don't feel the payoff at all. Underwhelming finale doesn't really affect the point of you comment. It doesn't give any detail you actually. Oh, wow. Significant frame drops inside Hogwarts. Oh, why does that keep happening? Why? Yep. Yeah, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of this game, unfortunately. And the payoff, underwhelming finale. Oh man. Would have loved to have refunded this game back then, if I had known, but whatever. Speaking of which, I'm gonna mute... Oh, I forgot to turn off the background music. Sorry about that. Jesus. Oh, man, I had that completely playing in the background for no reason. Oh, always miss that one thing. So I'm gonna mute the desktop audio here for one moment. And I'm actually gonna look up the ending for this game. So if you don't want to see the ending for Hogwarts Legacy, don't worry. So what kind of an ending do you get? Hmm. I can barely watch the ending for Hogwarts Legacy because the plot and the characters is not my cup of tea, unfortunately. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. Good thing I stopped. Yeah, no. I care more about the Final Fantasy 14 story by comparison, unfortunately. So I made the right choice. Wasn't missing much, unfortunately. If there's gonna be a sequel to Hogwarts Legacy, I'm not gonna play it. If I didn't find the first game interesting to even bother to complete, yeah. So Yeed man, welcome back, buddy. I didn't forget about APB, by the way. I've been too busy with other things. Final Fantasy 14, Marvel Rivals. I tried to do Split Fiction, but nobody was interested in playing that game, unfortunately. But I did complete Stellar Blade. Not much story, but at least there's potential. But yeah. No, that's fine. No, here's the thing, Yeet. It's not just it's not the only thing I think about when you come in. But I just wanted to let you know what's going on. Just an update, if you will. Because I just went through Hogwarts Legacy. It's basically a game based on the Harry Potter movies. Same universe. I tried to play through that game, but the story, the lore, and the setting doesn't interest me. If you're a huge fan of Harry Potter, you might like that game, but I tried to play it and it wasn't interesting me at all. I even tried to watch the ending to that game as well, and I was still turned off by it. So yeah, it's not really my cup of tea, and I'm glad I stopped in playing it and I uninstalled it. What I've been doing recently, Yeet, is whoops, I almost dropped it. Got a steering wheel now, and I basically revisited Euro Truck Simulator 2 and the American Truck Simulator, but more Euro Truck Simulator 2 though. I managed to get some help to get some of the DLCs, which are very expensive, by the way. That's a Moza R3, Yeet. Some people told me you should get the Moza R5, but it costs $200 more. No thanks. I'm glad to even have a Moza R3 at all. Apparently, it's one of the best racing wheels out there, but it's good practice with with this game for the time being. There's only one problem, Yeet. The pedal mounts on the one that I put on the floor, there isn't enough weight or something to keep it from moving. So I have to get a sandbag or something, which is currently coming in. So yeah, it just keeps moving. So it starts off at this angle and it slowly goes into that angle or just moves by itself. And there's not much I can do. So until I put in the weight, I'm not going to do any racing stuff until then. But this is not too bad. Yeah, the DLCs for this game in particular are very expensive. But I was lucky to get some help to get it done. So yeah. Yeah, they're very expensive, Yeet. Very expensive. But if there's one good thing about, simulator games or steering games or racing games, is that you don't need to play them at a high frame rate. As long as you get 50, 60, 70 frames per second or something playing these games, you're fine. Yeah, some of the DLCs like Greece, Road to the Black Sea and West Balkans are very expensive. Those are the only ones I need to get now. They're very expensive in Canadian dollars, and I imagine they're more expensive in euros, but apparently they're worth getting. Thankfully, I did get the DLC for the Beyond the Black Baltic Sea gifted to me, if I'm not mistaken, where I can play Finland, like at least start in Finland, like Tampere, Lahti, Kouvola, and stuff like that. So that's pretty good. So yeah, it's pricey, but if you want to invest, if you're careful with it, it's good. So Logitech was good for the time, but Moza is pretty good now, or very competitive, so or a good option. So yeah, Stellar Blade, by the way, Yeet, I completed this game. Only problem with it is that there isn't enough story. That's the only downside. I wish there was more story in that game. The eye candy is great, but yeah. Well, here's the thing, Yeet. Euro Truck Simulator 2 and America Truck Simulator, it's a simplified version of the locations from real life. It's not going to be exact scale. Everything has been significantly shortened or scaled down. So you only get to see portions of it anyway. So I imagine if the game continues to sell well, eventually they'll add more roads. That's what they did with American Truck Simulator. It started off basic, but they do eventually add more roads to it over time, even if you own the DLC, which is nice. I mean, I know there are official mods out there that expand on it, but honestly, I wouldn't worry about the modding thing too much because, trying to keep track of the mods and then breaking after an official patch can be a pain. But yeah, that's basically the whole story in a nutshell. Marvel Rivals is the only game that I care about both casually and competitively right now. It has a problem with matchmaking, but it's still more satisfying than Overwatch 2. And Final Fantasy XIV is the only MMO story that I care about right now. So, yeah, it's I already put in 1,900 hours into this game, and I don't regret it. It's a fun fantasy game in my opinion, and yeah, the main story that you follow in that game is solid too. Hold on a second, let me just refresh this page here. This is so slow. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly launch Marvel Rivals just to see what's going on there. Yeah, I don't know if your computer can handle Marvel Rivals. Besides matchmaking being an issue in this game is not exactly optimized. Apparently, it has an issue. So, but I will still rather play this than Overwatch. Overwatch 2 is... I'm gonna argue Overwatch 2 is not fun. I've played Overwatch 2 recently, and no. I don't know, you have to try it for yourself. The game is free, so there's nothing to lose. And how big is Marvel Rivals when it comes to hard drive space? How big is it? 83 gigabytes. So yeah, you need to download 83 gigabytes, and you have to try it for yourself. When you launch this game, just play on low settings if you can. Even I do that too. Yeah, that's the only downside with this game is that the performance optimization is not the best. Well, all you gotta do is patch it then. They did make some changes to this game recently, Yeed, when it comes to settings. So if you decide to launch this game now, they do have some new settings. Like, you can turn off global illumination and reflection quality. You just turn those off. They're not needed. They just make the game a lot higher in performance. So just turn those off, and everything else you can put on low. So give that a shot and see if that improves your performance in any way. So that's something to keep in mind. For me, I have NVIDIA DLSS. I have NVIDIA DLSS for the best chance of performance. So yeah, I get NVIDIA DLSS, TSR, AMD, Intel, and TAAU. So yeah, I do NVIDIA DLSS simply because I don't want to have huge performance issues here. Yeah, when it comes to the gameplay in this game, besides the matchmaking and performance being not the best, the gameplay is solid. You mean TAAU? Because this is what I have here. There's no TAA that I see here. There's only TSR, AMD, Intel, and TAU. And I already put it on performance. So I want the performance anyway, so... Yeah, when other than the performance and the matchmaking in this game that can be problematic, I've been having fun with this game. I mostly play as a healer in this game. The cosmetics in this game and the art style is great, Yeed. This is what the wedding dress for Invisible Woman looks like. The characters in this game look great, especially in the main menu. I think they removed it, Yeed. So you have to give this game a try for yourself and see if it is any better. Yeah, the models in the main menu are really good. They did a very good job with the art style in this game. It's great. I mostly play just healers in this game. Yeah, the main healers I like playing are Cloak, Invis, Luna, and Rocket. I hear Loki can be useful, but these are the 4 main ones I like to play. The art style for these characters are great. Even if you don't know anything about these heroes, the art style is great. It's great. It's a great looking game. And the gameplay is at least solid, which is nice. Yeah, I already put in like 500 hours into this game, and I don't regret it. It's just the matchmaking can be a pain. A big pain. Yeah, the art style and the cosmetics in this game are pretty nice. You don't have to agree with the fashion sense for some of these, but you can tell there was effort put into it. Yeah, there was clearly effort put into this. I have more heroes or characters I care about in this game than Overwatch 2. So, it really depends how interested you are. But I'm very fortunate that this game, besides those 2 main issues, it's solid, at least. But yeah, I was thinking of doing some matches today, but I think people are taking a time off today here. And can I really blame them? No. It's just been a long day, so... Yeah, besides the matchmaking and the performance optimization in this game not exactly being at its best, it has its problems. The character design and the gameplay in this game overall is solid. Some people are saying, oh, some heroes are still too powerful, but to me, they're solid at the very least. And this game still has more overall players than Overwatch anyway. So. The team-ups are pretty cool too, so... I wish there were more maps, but those will come in slowly over time, so... Yeah, I think most people I know are already off to sleep right now. Wait a minute. You want to play this game, Yeed? Do you wish to play this game just casually for like a little bit? We can give it a try if you want, because I didn't know you were playing. It's up to you. I do play this game competitively, but I don't want to play it right now. I want only when I play with people that I know, so my in-game name is the same. Oh yeah. Just make sure so here's the thing. Only touch the settings when you actually launch into the game. Like when the match starts and you spawn. Like when the match starts and you spawn your character, then you change your settings. And see how it works out for you. I can do one quick match for you, so that's fine. I wasn't planning on playing Marvel Rivals, Remedy. I wasn't planning on it, but I did revisit Hogwarts Legacy not long ago, and that game wasn't for me, so I uninstalled it permanently. And apparently the finale for that game was underwhelming. I watched it and was like, yeah, no. I don't think DX is going to be playing with me here, but I can do a... So we have a player by the name of Yeetman here. I don't know if their computer can handle this game, but we can try a quick match to see how it handles. As you can see, my name is the same. I don't mind if I play on your server, so that if it helps on your ping. So you can just add me here and type my name, and you can add me as a friend or something, just to make it easier for you. I was trying to do Split Fiction earlier, but that's gonna have to be for next time. Split Fiction is probably the next game I'll try to beat, or at least try to play if I can get at least one player. But no, nothing. Well, when you do the game for the first time, the shader compilation will take a while, but the second time around, it's not so bad. So it's normal that the shaders will take a while for the first time, just like how it did for Hogwarts. So you just gotta wait it out a little bit. Yeah, there's really not many games that interest me, but at least I narrowed down the list of games that I have. Yeah, at least I can at least go revisit my Steam library and try to revisit certain games I have not had the chance to complete yet, like Stray, this cat game that you explore. I have not touched that in a long time, but I have to get into the mood for that though. If anything, revisiting all these other games and getting rid of them, that did help me on my hard drive space, so that's cool. Yeah, really not many games out there that's sparking my interest. Really few games stick out to me. Yeah, really not much. Stellar Blade was a solid game, but the story was definitely the weakest part of the game. System Shock is a game that I definitely would like to beat. I had to do some backtracking on that game, unfortunately. Okay. How is the how's the shaders going, Ed? Is it still pretty slow? Well, that's not surprising. It's Unreal Engine 5 after all. Plus, it's doing the shaders for the first time, so. Nothing is more frustrating when a game is not properly optimized. Either the game engine cannot do it, or the people that made it didn't bother to put the effort into that. Gotta love that. Just remember this. When you do spawn into the map, that's when you change your settings, your graphic settings, so that it will register that way, and then you don't have to touch it ever again. I'm hoping. The art style in this game is solid, and the gameplay is for the most part solid too. Just the performance and the matchmaking is the biggest complaint so far. But I'll still take this game over Overwatch any day. How was the shaders this time, Yade? You said 46%, so it's been like a minute now. Any improvement or no? Well, here's the thing, I have to turn the OBS program off now. It's getting late. But the thing is, I'll still be on. And just make sure you add me so you can at least do one quick match and see how it goes. I'm just taking it easy right now. It's been a long day for me personally and mentally, so... How's the shaders this time, Yeed? I think it's been like 2 minutes now, roughly. Okay. Okay, that's good. Friend. Alright, Yi, perfect timing, buddy. You can just start a quick match. Here we go. I'll turn the OBS program, by the way, while we load in. Alright, that's perfect. Anyway, I gotta go here, guys. It's been fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow.